See if you can tell the difference in the before and after of this mix and really focus in on the drums. Right, so the after feels more clear and consistent, and I was able to stay in the groove a little bit better. And one of the reasons it feels this way is because of how we process the transients in this mix. And by transients, I just mean the initial attack of the sound. So if we hop over to our kick drum, the transient would just be the initial attack here. For the hi-hat, it would be this part here. And transients are kind of like the articulation in our track. When they're clear, it makes the whole track feel more clear. But what can happen, and this is something I run into all the time, is that especially in house music, we're layering drums and we're layering sounds, and really quickly we get all these transients that start to add up and kind of stack on top of each other. So if we look at this track, we have the transient of the offbeat hi-hat, the transient of the ride, and the transient of some of the piano hits kind of all at the same time. And when this happens, they're almost kind of fighting for our attention, and we lose the clarity of any of them hitting. So what I like to do is pick one main transient when this happens and prioritize it. And in this case, I picked the offbeat hi-hat because it was already driving so much the energy of that offbeat hit. So now that I have this as my main priority transient, I can go over to my ride channel. I just have a really small gain automation to create a bit of a fade in here so that the transient of the ride is softened a little bit. We're not messing with the ride too much. It's still doing its job. It's able to provide that top end energy that we're looking for. But now it's not competing with that offbeat hi-hat for our attention. I was also able to do this for the kick and the piano. Two sounds that have strong transients. I decided to prioritize the kick again because that's what people are locked into and it's driving a lot of the groove. So when they hit at the same time, I just have a really small fade in automation so that our kick stays nice and clear and consistent and easy to lock into. The other thing that having this type of control on your transients really does is downstream when these transients are going to start hitting maybe some bus processing or our master limiter or something like that, if they're all stacked on top of each other, that's a really loud burst of energy. So having a little bit more control like this will make it easier on our master limiter or our master clippers or any of that type of processing that we have downstream. Hope this helps.